Finally, painting! I've never done this before. I know the theory, but I don't have the practice. I am going to try to attempt to paint realistic skin for the first time. And for that, I'm using a technique that I've seen Asian painters use, which is using a pink base to start out first. The next step is using your skin color from the top, angled at 45 degrees to create natural shadows. Now, I like to create my own shadows, but this style is like that. You need natural light to do it for you, which I have trouble accepting, but let's do this and see what we get. Then you can brush on some fine veins with either clear, blue, green, or purple. For this, I chose green, and I am using enamel paint since my base is lacquer. I think I went a little bit too strong, and I wiped away the thick lines to try again. Here's where the magic happens. If you have an airbrush with this little screw, you tighten it and lower your PSI. When you spray, it spits out little speckles or dots. Asian painters call it sandblasting, but Western painters call it speckling. I call it spitting, but that's just me. You will need to spray red over all the surface to create that skin texture. When you're satisfied, you go back with another layer of skin color to cover everything. I wasn't really convinced from my first attempt, so I decided to sleep on it. The next day I came back and I said, nope, fuck it, let's try this again because no, it didn't convince me. I saw other people using a very bright pink instead of the one I used, so I used that when I tried doing it all over again. I just didn't like it. It was too pink and pale compared to my first try. I want something in between that. I guess third time's a charm. This time I stripped away the paint and started with a fresh white base to cover using a mix of the original base pink and a few drops of the bright pink and repeated the same steps, and I definitely like the result a bit better. It's not perfect. At least not the way I want it.